When you call police to report a crime, you're hoping it'll be solved, of course, but most crimes are not solved.
Only about 50% of murders nationwide are considered to be solved. And for property crimes like burglaries and car thefts, it is less than 20%.
So amid a shortage of officers and a spike in violent crimes, how are our local departments stacking up? We sent Amy Cutler to investigate.
It beats on my heart every day I think about it.
LaKenya Moses finds it hard to talk about the murder of her daughter, Jaylin Alston, how she went missing, how her body was found, and how 2 years later, there's still no arrest.
You just focus on who did it and why. And I feel like once we get the perpetrators or perpetrator, we can begin to heal.
The 18-year-old's body found back in January 2020 in an office building in West Phoenix, a week after her dad, Jimmy, reported her missing. Investigators say cleaning crews smelled something leading to her body. Each year, LaKenya wears a sweatsuit with her favorite photos of her daughter on it. She wears it every Sunday.
It's captured who she was.
Jaylin's case isn't unique. 28% of homicides in Phoenix in 2020 haven't been cleared, meaning there's been no arrest. There's been a steady improvement in homicide clearance rates in the city since 2016, when 54% were. But clearance rates for violent crimes overall, including manslaughter, rape, and assault, were just 29% last year, meaning there was no arrest in more than 70% of those cases. For property crimes like burglary, car thefts, and arson, less than 11% of cases get cleared. I asked Phoenix PD why.
There's a high number of property crimes, which spread out amongst just an average number of detectives. It's a really big caseload to try and manage.
Dr. Bill Tyrell, a professor with ASU's School of Criminology and Criminal Justice, tells me it's to be expected. Homicides are the priority for police departments. They put their best officers and the most resources towards solving them.
Really, homicide, sometimes aggravated assault, are really the only two that generally will get above 50% clearance rate.
Staffing is a significant issue. Phoenix is looking to hire 400 plus officers. That means about 15% of positions are currently unfilled.
It's huge. It's absolutely huge. I think you see fewer officers on the street. Our numbers say that. And when you have fewer officers on the street, your response times are going to go down.
The data Phoenix provided doesn't show a decline in clearance rates for violent crimes yet, but it does indicate they're clearing fewer property crimes. Lieutenant Dave Albertson says it's having an impact.
The more I give them, the less likely they are to solve.
So how does Phoenix compare to other nearby cities? Phoenix uses the Uniform Crime Rate, or UCR, to track clearance rates, basically dividing the number of crimes cleared by the number of crimes reported. In 2020, the FBI switched to a different system to track clearance rates called the National Incident-Based Reporting System, or NIBRS. The big difference? Arrests made in a case count toward the year in which the crime happened, not the year of the arrest.
We're always striving to be as consistent and as accurate in our reporting as we possibly can with this.
Scottsdale police switched to that new reporting system. In 2021, Scottsdale's clearance rate for violent crime was 43%. Property crime is at 13%.
When we have persons crimes or violent crimes, there typically are witnesses, and usually you have a victim who's also a witness, and that can help us with evidence collection and also identifying a suspect later.
Well, there's not cameras everywhere. You don't have this statistical whiz that's always on the TV show putting together the camera angles to identify the offender.
Just being connected. This makes me connected.
But doing her part to draw attention to the case so that her daughter isn't another statistic. Jaylin's family tells me that there has been a new detective assigned to the case. He has more than 20 years of experience, and so they are hopeful there might finally be an arrest. In the newsroom, Amy Cutler, Arizona's Family.